All right, let's just jump right in. For the past 20 years or so, we've all kind of known the rules for getting found online. But that world, the world of search we're so familiar with, isn't just getting an update, it is fundamentally changing from the ground up. We're not talking about a new algorithm here, we're talking about a whole new game. And this right here, this captures the entire shift in one single image. The old goal was all about fighting for a spot on that list of 10 blue links, right? You want it to be a destination. But that list, well, it's starting to disappear. The new goal is to become the trusted source material that an AI actually uses to build its single definitive answer. The game is no longer about getting the click, it's about being the knowledge. So to really get our heads around this, we need to understand how this new kind of search actually thinks, because it's a completely different model. It's not a librarian anymore, someone who just finds and organizes books for you. It's become a synthesizer, an expert who has read all the books and is now ready to create a brand new, custom answer just for you. This table just perfectly illustrates that difference. The old librarian model, it gave you a list of pages. The new expert brain, it synthesizes information from a ton of sources to give you a direct answer. And here's the most important part. Look at how your role changes. You're no longer just optimizing a web page to hit number one. No, instead, you are structuring your knowledge, your digital DNA, if you will, so clearly and so reliably that the AI chooses your facts to build its answer. And then it cites you as the source. And this brings us to a brand new discipline, Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO. I want you to forget about traditional SEO's obsession with keywords and rankings for a second. GEO is all about architecting your expertise. It's the practice of making your content so easy for a machine to read and understand that it becomes a go-to source for creating those synthetic, AI-powered answers. Okay, so if the big goal is to get chosen by this new brain, the huge question becomes, how does it decide who to believe? And it's not some simple checklist. It's actually a super rigorous 3-step trust funnel that every single piece of your content has to pass through. So, first up is source credibility. Before the AI even bothers to read your content, it's asking, is this brand actually trustworthy? It's looking for external proof, things like brand mentions and community validation. Okay, if you pass that test, it moves on to analyze your information quality. Here, it's digging for deep expertise, fresh insights, and, this is crucial, proof of lived experience. Think case studies, original photos, personal stories, the stuff an AI can't just fake. And then finally, if your info is good, it checks your structural readability. Is all this amazing expert content actually easy for a machine to parse and digest? Understanding those filters is absolutely key. But to even get into that funnel in the first place, we have to start with the first pillar of this new strategy, a major shift in how we think about our audience. We've got to move away from simple keywords and start understanding their real, deep-seated problems. And this is the question you really have to ask yourself. For years, we've all targeted keywords like SMB CRM software. But today, the AI is designed to model deep human intent. It understands the small business manager who isn't just looking for software. No, they're trying to solve the problem of feeling completely anxious about their chaotic customer follow-up process. See the difference? This is exactly where intent engineering comes in. It's the method for creating a real blueprint for your authority. We have to systematically map out our customers' world. What are their actual jobs to be done, the real business and emotional goals they're trying to hit? And what are their FUDs, the fears, uncertainties, and doubts that are holding them back? When you address these things head on, you become the most empathetic and relevant source for a human, which, guess what, makes you the perfect source for an AI that's trying to copy that human judgment. Okay, so once you've mapped out that human intent, you've got your strategy, but that's only half the battle. Now you have to translate that amazing strategy into a language the machine can understand, without any confusion at all. You have to build and prove your digital DNA. And the key to this is the knowledge graph. Classic structured data was just about putting labels on a single page, kind of like saying, hey, this page is about a recipe. A knowledge graph is something else entirely. It builds a connected model of your expertise across your entire site. It doesn't just describe isolated facts, it explains the relationships between all the core ideas and entities in your world. A really solid knowledge graph has 3 main pillars. It all starts with the semantic ID. Just think of it like a unique passport number for each of your key entities, like your company or its founder.
This allows for the connected graph, where you can define something once and then reference it everywhere else, creating this coherent web of knowledge. And finally, you use the authority bridge to link your entities to trusted external sources, like Wikipedia. This gives the AI verifiable proof of who you are.
And this quote, it just absolutely nails it. This is the ultimate goal. A knowledge graph isn't just some technical thing you do, it is the tool you use to literally encode your expertise and become that trusted, reliable neuron inside the AI synthesis brain. So let's bring this all home. The game has changed, and it's not changing back. We're moving away from a world where we were just hunting for clicks and impressions, and we're moving into a world where we have to build deep, verifiable trust with both humans and machines. The old metrics, the old tactics, the old goals, they're all part of a system that is quickly becoming a thing of the past. The race for clicks, for that top spot on a list of links, it's over. But a new one is just getting started. The race to build real, provable authority. The race to become the most trusted, the most empathetic, and the most reliable source in your entire field. Ready to be cited by the new gatekeepers of information. This is the fundamental challenge, and honestly, the massive opportunity in front of all of us. It's going to require a shift in strategy, in technology, and in our whole philosophy. So the only question that really matters now is this one. Is your expertise ready to speak to an AI